I mean, actually, there's no intro. So, what up, Kev?
What's up,
on, man?
You want to tell everybody about your dumb idea?
My excellent idea is we're going to try to record this, at least the video version of this, using StreamYard. So, I'm ready, man. I feel like this is going to work out. You know what I'm saying? It's going to make work a lot easier for me, which is, I know, something that, you don't like particularly, but it's a good thing that I don't have to do too much more work when doing the videos.
That is a low bar.
Well, I mean, considering that someone has not delivered the right sound to me one week, then not delivered the right video to me the next week, we have to
Fake
improvise
news.
now.
From the fake media.
Driving me to drinking. Did you watch the debates, Kev? Opening question.
Yes.
And your takeaway? That's
Both guys are pretty old.
Isn't it a little terrifying? How, that's the option? Two, super old dudes.
We gave prime time network real estate to two guys who could have infinitely been better served by taking a nap. Not unlike this situation right here.
That's true.
Without the coverage.
Yo, behind the scenes network, I really appreciate what y'all are doing, because I have no clue what you're seeing in the two of us half tired, just making it up as we go along. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you so much. All right. I mean, that was a pretty simple question, so I'll ask another one.
Okay.
Did you watch we were supposed to record 30 minutes ago. Were you watching the game, or what was going down?
Last I saw was 4-2, I think. But it was the 7th. So.
Oh, okay.
But then
I fell asleep.
You made me do this, so I had to turn that off so I could figure out how to land a spaceship on my laptop.
That makes zero sense. No sense whatsoever. No sense whatsoever. I'm not buying it. It's
Why?
the easiest thing to do, period, point blank. It's simple. And the Dodgers won.
I disagree, homeboy.
I'm this new recording thing is going to revolutionize Rap Sucks Radio. It's going to change the way that this works forever. And remember, you were part of this. People, to the people, you were part of this. You were here in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they're journaling about it right now.
They are. They are, because they journal. Our audience journals for zero reason whatsoever. Yeah, because if you watch the last BTSN, the last 30 minutes is my face, because Kev gave. Basically, yo, it reminds me. So me and the homie Silo were talking about this. Me and Silo used to have a crew, we used to be a group or whatever. And one of our first shows was at Laverne, and it was a showcase thing. They invite you out or whatever. And me and him was rocking for the first time. Now the thing is, because we brought our music on CD or whatever form, it might have been cassette, but either way, the house system was the PA speakers above the stage, just two speakers that are way up at the top of the stage. But if you bought a band, of course you had access to your own stage and speakers or whatever. So we had no monitors, and all the house music, including our microphones, our vocals, were going through these two elementary school speakers.
Oh, like the same speakers that the lunchtime announcements come out of?
Correct. Yes.
Gotcha.
Similar.
Excellent.
But this is for So if you know me and appreciate my performances now, what you'll find hilarious is how I almost passed out because I couldn't hear myself. It was my first time ever really performing songs on stage. So I'm screaming every lyric. The best part about this is Sai always jokes about how at some point I just doubled over, both hands on my knees, because I couldn't breathe anymore.
You had to take a knee?
I had to take a knee live on stage, man. I think we still took like third place too, which was like showed you the
it was
talent level we had to be going up against. It was like a showcase talent show type thing. And I think we still took third place.
Did you win those speakers?
No, unfortunately, no. I think it was like for Taco Bell tickets or some Taco Bell coupons. So yeah, that's almost what it felt like the last episode on BTSN when I had to when your camera disappeared and it's my face in the hue.
I had things to do.
All right, man. Since we know Kevin's on a busy schedule every time we record, we're going to go on and move on. Shout out to the Dodgers. One more game to go to make us proud. Kev, you ready, man?
Blah, blah, blah.
All right, man. We'll see y'all on the other side. Let's go, man. Let's just go.
New technology sucks.
Rap Sucks Radio. Blah, 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 blah.
What up, y'all? You alive on Rap Sucks Radio with your homeboy Trek Life and your fam, Kevin Dakota. I hate being able to actually see you during this process. This is
you have no idea how much that is the first time I've agreed with you ever.
Yeah, like I'm like, it's way better to not even be able to look at your family. In fact, I'm changing screens.
Can I interest you in me walking away and turning the camera off for half the episode? How you feel about it now, smart guy?
Oh, man. Yo, Kevin, man, who's out here doing too much, man?
Big Rude.
Young
Rude boy.
Rudy Giuliani is doing too much. My topic title for this, although I did not put it in the rundown correctly, is Crotchety Old Man Gets Crotchety.
Yeah, it took me a minute, but I like what you did there.
Oh, man. The reason, during the filming not during the filming, in Borat 2, young Rue got caught in an awkward situation.
Yep.
A really awkward situation that is live on camera. I sourced this from Vanity Fair because it had the opinions from both sides. The players involved in this, but you can go, it's on the internet. Get it popping. Excuse me. COVID. You could, wait a minute. My bad, y'all. I didn't do something. Yo, if you want to catch any of the past episodes, you can catch them on rapsucksradio.com or any of your favorite podcasting platforms. And if you like to see this broadcast as we stumble through this first time using new technology, because Kev is too old to understand it, you can catch it on BTSN Pass. That's Behind the Scenes Network. What you do is you download the app or channel on your Roku, your Fire Stick, or your Fire TV. You go ahead and click on that, and we right there. We got our own section and everything, Rap Sucks Radio. So that is Behind the Scenes Network, BTSN, on your Roku, your Fire Stick, or your Fire TV. Now, getting back to Rudy. So source this from Vanity Fair. They write, in the climax of Borat 2, which Amazon Prime Video released on few Thursdays ago, Giuliani is interviewed by actress Marla Bakalova. When I read it initially, I read Baklava. Check that out. Anyway,
it's a little disrespectful.
It is. It is. Who plays Borat's daughter in the film and poses as a journalist to gain access to President Donald Trump's personal attorney. After exchanging flirtatious banter with Bakalova, who in the film is supposed to be 15 years old, but in reality is 24 years old. Her age is not mentioned to Giuliani during the interview. Giuliani and actress retire to a hotel bedroom. Once there, hidden cameras capture Bakalova helping Giuliani remove his microphone. After its removal, the GOP operative lays back on the bed and puts his hand down his pants, which Giuliani has claimed was merely an attempt to fix his clothing. Before the scene goes any further, Cohen, as Borat, barges into the room and stops the encounter. Kev, you watched it.
I did. We watched it last night. I think. Last night? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So I haven't watched Borat yet. I have no plans of doing it now.
Rudy is wild creepy. He's mad creepy, dude.
Is it really?
Yeah, man. I mean, he needs one of those untuck it shirts because he claims that he was just tucking his shirt back in. But if he was tucking his shirt in, he was tucking it all the way up under and back up the rear section of his pants.
Well, you know, crotchety man gets crotchety.
Boy, did he.
Now, he says that the Borat video is a complete fabrication. I was tucking in my shirt and taking off the recording equipment. He wrote this on Twitter, by the way. At no time before, during, or after the interview was I ever inappropriate. If Sacha Baron Cohen implies otherwise, he is a stone cold liar. Nah, all right.
These guys lately have been saying a lot of that never happened when it's
on camera.
On camera. Like, come on, dude. You were super creepy during the whole thing, and then you go to the bedroom, have drinks. Like, yeah, I don't know.
He did everything short of play bump and grind, apparently. And
it was playing. It was definitely playing in his head. Whatever the 1920s version of bump and grind is, it was playing in his fat
Cold
head.
Outside. Cold Outside Jesus. Is the 90s, is the 1920s version of. Yo, that song is so rapey. All right. Well, Giuliani has made his statement. Giuliani. It's, Halloween season. You gotta say it right. My man Sacha Baron Cohen jumped on SNL, right? And
he did.
Yeah, I think this was on SNL as Borat.
Okay.
And in quotes he stated, "What was an innocent, sexy time encounter between a consenting man and my 15-year-old daughter have been turned into something disgusting by fake news media." He joked before making an exaggerated and anti-Semitic hand gesture to give himself a longer nose. He says, "I warn you, anyone else try this, and Rudolph will not hesitate to reach into his legal briefs and whip out his subpoenas." Making sure that the last word sounded like penis.
Well. And evidently Cohen broke in and stopped everything because he said he was genuinely afraid of what was going to happen next.
Yeah, he said he was very concerned. I don't know what to make of this, man. It just seems it's so odd. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's actually really odd.
None of it is terribly shocking. But it's super cringy. I'm just like, yo.
It is one of the oddest things I think I've ever, like, this is pretty strange.
What I can't remember is if they tried to somehow make it clear to him that she was supposed to be 15. Because then, it's not
right?
good, man.
Yes, it's not good. Well, so when you watched it, was there flirtatious banter back and forth, or was that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or was that just,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean,
Nope.
no. What I'm saying is that they definitely set it up a little bit, but the fact that he was playing along, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Was he
Saying the words flirtatious banter in the same sentence as Rudy Giuliani makes me throw up in my mouth several times.
well?
Yeah, quite a little bit.
It's fun for the whole family. No, I'm not with it. Like I don't know. Giuliani is gross anyway.
He used to be America's mayor. Now he's America's player.
This is so horrible.
What?
Everything about this is
technology? This new technology you're forcing upon America?
New technologies and new jokes. I'm not a fan.
I write rhymes before every episode now, just so you know. Just so
Man,
you
look.
know.
I think how this is going to conclude is a non-story in the in the long run, but but that is kind of gross. I'm not interested enough to watch Borat 2, but I'm interested enough to at least know what happened. So there's that.
Yeah. Creep.
I don't know what to tell you.
He's a creep. He's a loser.
America's mayor. Speaking of losers, man, I think I might be a loser.
What? Say it ain't so.
I'm like, how much do y'all want us to pay for like DJ equipment now? You know what I'm saying? Like, good grief.
You legitimately vented about this the other day.
Oh my
Privately.
God, dude, I have so much more to say too. It's crazy.
Go ahead.
The topic title for this is, can we go back to Radio Shack prices, please? Like, Pioneer DJ has unveiled the DJ-MS-11, a new battle mixer that succeeds the highly rated DJ-MS-9. This 2-channel, 4-deck device brings new features for DJs who want more freedom when they're performing with Serato DJ Pro or is it Record Box? Yeah. I guess it's Record Box. I sourced this from Music Radar. The players involved in this, I say, are rich DJs. My only note on this is that it is $1,900 before tax. $1,900.
2 stacks.
I'm like, $1,900. Like, yo, what are we doing right now? Why are we doing this?
I guarantee you that 75 to 80% of the DJs who shelled out 2 stacks or will shell out 2 stacks for this thing will never make that much money DJing. Ever! Cumulatively!
Yo, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Couple notes here. First of all, I did, because we were supposed to do this topic last week, but the Ice Cube situation took precedence.
Yeah.
Over the week, I did think of a reason why it could be 1,900. If it was to also double as a drum machine, like an MPC style drum machine, where you could use it like that, I would be like, okay, 1,900 for sure. You know what I'm saying? You could, I'm not, and not even, it doesn't even have to be during. It's that I could sit down and I could DJ, or I could sample right into this joint hooked up to whatever program, and I could actually have, you know, a drum machine as well. Then I'd be like, that's fresh, 1900, kill it. You know what I'm saying? But nah, B, this a mixer with buttons, fam. Like, it's a mixer with pads that you could, I mean, you could make it a drum machine, but it's a mixer with buttons. It's like,
that's the thing, man. That just extraneous buttons.
I'm like, yo.
Well, I exchanged, I don't know when this was, not too long ago, exchanged tweets with the homie Fonte.
Okay.
Talking about how back in the day with them realistic mixers, the benefit, one, you didn't empty your wallet, even though it was not cheap. It was, you know, $115 or whatever for the mixer.
Yeah.
But the added benefit was that your forearms got mad strong because every single fader realistic mixer. Yeah.
Them joints was serious.
You damn near had to get a backhoe to move any of those faders.
Right? Yeah, it was, I don't even know. Man, when I see like battles, like I watch the old school battles occasionally, I mean, when somebody posts one online, like they'll, you know, Beat Junkies versus such and such, or classic battles, and I look at the mixers, I'll be like, no, you don't understand how dope they really are. Like,
you know what, we didn't give anybody the old head energy warning before we started this segment.
That is true too.
Can you imagine on those old Radio Shack mixers, little... You're not doing that. You're breaking every single last one of your fingers if you do that.
Yeah, it is not a game. Those old school mixers were no joke. But I mean, they would, you know.
And then you would go from that, right? You would go from the fader, fader, right? And then all of a sudden you had a mixer with a toggle switch. You broke that toggle switch in less than roughly 3.5 minutes because you were so used to requiring the strength of Thor to move that fader. That toggle switch went across the room almost immediately.
Immediately. I agree. Yes.
Those were the good old days. That's when technology was real. A connection with the music that is unparalleled.
You mentioned Thor. I have like a weird spoiler alert thing, but I'm not gonna do it because some people like me have taken a really long time to watch like Avengers, so I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
You know what I have been doing though?
What's that?
On the technology side, I've bought my first video game after I haven't played video games in God knows how long.
I saw you post something about that. I had no idea what you were talking about.
Star Wars Squadrons, man. It's going down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Scrapping. I know little kids are calling me names because I suck so bad that I know that when we play online, it's like some kid is like, oh, this dude freaking...
What console are you
It's
on?
the internet, so I've been probably called the N-word at least 40 times. I'm just playing it on PC.
Oh, so, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Anyhow, they're neither here nor there. One thing I did want to say about this though is, on a more serious note, it is pricing. It's pricing a certain community out of the music though. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want DJs to come from the areas where DJs originally came from, a $1,900 mixer, nah, you're not gonna have that anymore. You know what I'm saying? You were able to have all of these dope DJs from, you know, different adverse backgrounds or what have you, because the equipment was I don't want to say cheap, but it was, you know, $500 for a whole system if you had a Gemini system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, man, it's not possible. Like, you know, I just have a real strong fear that hip hop is starting to become for the upper middle class. You know what I'm saying? Like that it's becoming more and more difficult for you know, and I could be wrong about this. I know a lot of kids would be like, no, you just, you know, get an app on your phone and, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, all right, that's the new wave. But it just seems like, you know what I'm saying, the community is being priced out of it more and more. It feels that way to me. You know what I'm saying? I would like to be corrected on that if I'm wrong.
I mean, but what I will respond to that with is that that's always been the case. In some form or fashion. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not spending $2,000 for a mixer. You know, when I got the mixer that I have, it's perfectly fine. And there's plenty of buttons on your computer that can do all the same things, you know.
Same stuff.
But I get it, you know, especially if you battle or whatever. But, you know, now there are all, you know, the software that's available. If you're recording, it's like maybe you don't have to buy a 4-track. If that's something you want to do, make mixtapes or whatever, you know, the hardware, the samplers and so forth, like you can find something on the app store that's, you know, that's $10 that you can make dope beats with. And then, you know, depending on how you get your music, you're probably not spending the kind of money that we were spending back in the day to buy records and stuff like that. So,
true.
You know,
Very true.
It's different.
Yeah, there's some give and take. All right. I was a little nervous. I saw $1,900 and I was like, black kids ain't DJing ever again, because my passion was to DJ, and my parents were like, you're gonna have to pick a different passion.
And if you go to the store and boost a $2,000 mixer, that's going to put you on a whole different level of incarceration.
Exactly. You're going to learn the hard way, so nah. Oh, man. Yo, let's hit them with it, man. We haven't done old news in a minute.
Okay.
Old news! This was actually in February, but we do have to give a shout out. We did not give this shout out, and being that this man was led a team to a championship in Los Angeles recently, it's only right that we do shout this out and make sure that people are aware of it, because I had forgotten about it in a world of, you know, rapid fire news. Sometimes you forget things, right? Anyhow, Kent State University announces free 4-year tuition for the LeBron James I Promise students. This was reported on WKYC.com. The players involved in this are Kent State and LeBron James and his I Promise school. In Kent, Ohio is where this went down. Kent State University announced Wednesday, back in February, that it has partnered with LeBron James Family Foundation to provide free tuition for 4 years to all eligible students within the oldest I Promise network class. Those students will also be given free room and board for 1 year. You are going to have to pay for where you live. You're not going to be able to get around that too much. The 193 students in the oldest I Promise network classes are currently juniors and will be eligible. They're seniors now, and will be eligible for KSU, for the KSU program in 21-22 academic year. Yeah, Kev,
that's
what
awesome.
do you think, man?
That's so he doesn't just shut up and dribble, then, huh?
There's a lot of people who say what he should and should not do, but that is,
I tell you what, I hope that
pretty awesome.
That even if a small fraction of these young LeBron Jameses go through this program and go on to journalist careers and become TV reporters and tell the future Laura Ingrams of the world to shut up and shut up, it will all have been well worth it. The entire experience.
I agree with you entirely. 100%. And they won't have any student loan debt, so they'll be able to do a lot more telling people to shut up. God bless them. Yeah, man. I think this is pretty awesome. I think that he's not the only one. Jalen Rose as an athlete, but it's always interesting, a community of people who get money have a chance to make a change. And when they do, this is the result. And now you see how you can help build your community from positions of power. Which, hey, I'm all for it. Continue.
Yep. And I think, and the good news, which is an evolution, but the more you see personalities, whether they be athletes or musicians or actors doing things of this nature, the more it inspires other people to do the same thing.
I agree. Yep.
And it's something that's been going on in other communities for a long time. So certainly, he just continues to do things that are very impressive, not just on the court, which is, it definitely deserves recognition. I don't know if he needs it from us, but we're certainly willing to give it.
Yeah. Agreed. Keep going, man. Keep going. And the more people follow his lead, the better in general. You know what I'm saying? But this little experiment is now coming to a close.
This technological excursion?
This technological excursion, which, if I'm being honest, I'm 50-50 on it at this moment. But either way, thank y'all for tuning in. I am your homeboy Trek Life. That is your fam Kev Sakota.
Is your mic facing the right direction this week?
Don't even try it.
Everything I say is based in fact.
Okay. Well, this time I know your camera's on the whole time.
The lovely part about this show is that we manage to talk trash about each other that means nothing to anybody else.
Anyone else? No one cares.
But us.
No one cares. Word. If you want to catch any past episodes, man, we thank y'all for tuning in. You can catch it on rapsucksradio.com. If you want to catch this on TV, I'm going to get on this TV, mama.
Oh my goodness. Holy Joe Rogan.
You can catch this on BTSN Pass. That's Behind the Scenes Network. Download the Apple channel on your Roku, Fire Stick, Fire TV. Go ahead and click on that. We are right there on your TV, chilling, kicking it. Me and Kev. You know what I mean? Just cooling. Doing hand signals. Oh, man. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. And on the count of 3, we say peace. 1, 2, 3. Peace. We out, y'all.
So you can't mess me up now with that.
You still relate.
Technology.